Hello everybody, another Saturday morning and we're going to go on another little drive. We are leaving Long Beach Mall and we'll be going to Kommetjie and then right round to Cape Point and back to Simonstown and then to Fish Hoek. Hope you enjoyed the journey. This is Kommetjie heading towards Glencairn, that we will be turning right at the traffic lights. And we're now on the road to Kommetjie. They've recently upgraded this road. It used to be single lane both ways, and now it's double lane both ways with pedestrian sidewalks on both sides and a nice flower pot thing in the middle. There was congestion while they were doing the roads for 2 to 3 years, which was hell. But thankfully, it's made a huge improvement. And this is Capri on the left, Capri Village. On the right up here we get Masi Pumalele, often shortened to Marcy, and you can see all the stuff sold on the sidewalk. Many of those are possessions that used to belong to white people around here, like you will find electric garden or electric gate closers. They get stolen and then they land up here, and you can buy them for 200 Rand where the cost is probably 3,000 Rand. There used to be 3,000 people there initially. A few years ago in that village, there's now something like 30,000 because there's 1,000 illegal immigrants that just walk over the border every single day into South Africa. So there's no checks and sort of balances. There's no legal immigration really that you'd find in most countries, let's say like the UK. You try and get in the UK as an illegal immigrant, I think you're going to be detained and sent back on the next plane. Well, you're in Africa and you come down from Ethiopia, you just catch a bus or walk down this way, make a place in the bush, and you get free electricity, free water, free hospital services, whatever. A bit like California, I guess. Except, thankfully, not like California. After a while, the illegals can vote. But at least that's one thing in South Africa that they've got right. You've got to be a South African citizen to vote. On the left is the mostly coloured township of Ocean View, and the coloured people were moved here during the apartheid era, particularly due to the actions of one man, funnily enough, if you read up on the history, which was P.W. Botha, who was born in Paul Rue in the Free State. Anyway, it's amazing how much of the apartheid legislation was due actually to him. So as much as they talk about apartheid government and things like that, it's amazing how it actually comes back quite often to the actions of one man, much the same as perhaps good old Hitler. I know one of my friends who has retired and doesn't have too much money and needs a care situation. He has actually moved into Ocean View, into a aged care home situation. So there are a few whites living in Ocean View. Ocean View at the moment seems to have been infiltrated in the last year or two by gangs. Used to be quite quiet before that in terms of criminal activity, but sadly, I don't know what it is, some gangsters from another area moved in, and now every now and again there's shootouts and innocent little people get shot or something like that. Ocean View School on our left. And on our right was the road to Long Beach, which is a lovely beach to walk along. On the Atlantic side, so the temperature difference is quite marked. It might be about 3, 4, 5 degrees different from the temperature of Fish Hoek Beach. But the surfers tend to go there when there's a southeast wind blowing, because that of course holds the wave back, and when they get a northwest wind, well then they go to Muizenberg. So this is Kommetjie, or the village of Kommetjie. And somewhere on the right up here, as we go up this road, you will see Slang Kop Lighthouse, which I've actually been up. You can go up about once a year. They have an open day, and it's quite interesting to actually go if you can. This is a lovely drive. There are quite a lot of baboons on this drive, and every now and again you might have to stop and just be careful. But this drive has lovely views, and as you can see, every now and again people pull over and just look at the scenery, because it's really something. Just going to adjust the camera a bit so you get a better idea of the view. And let's pull over here and you can get just some idea of the beauty here. This guy with the surfboard, or paddleboard, whatever. Those of you who think that I speed on these scenic drives, it's not the case. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this camera or whatever, I don't know, maybe somebody can explain it to me, but I can tell you that the speed at the moment is exactly 50 kilometers an hour, which is pretty slow. If I went slow, I'd have people hooting at me. Take a diversion to the Sutwater. I actually haven't done this before. Yes. Amazing when you live down here, especially in the southern peninsula, of which I am very, very fond. Honestly, you could give me a multi-million, 20 million, 50 million place in Camps Bay, but honestly, I would far rather live at the side of Cape Town, but that's my just personal opinion. It's made way more laid back, more into nature. Fish Hoek has a population of 12,000 people, and even on the most busy day at the beach, you don't get more than 1,000 people. Some sort of filming event happening here. Which often happens, of course, in the Cape. Oh, man, what they're filming here? Adverts?
Confidential, sir.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. How's it? Interesting. Man, where's old, I want to see Gil Bronson. What's her name, that chick?
Oh, the chick inside there. She's been picking the corner.
Okay, thanks, man, thanks.
Slowly watch it.
Okay, I will do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Where's Charlize Theron? What's the scene down that way?
I have no idea, sir.
Oh, okay. Are you just with the filming?
With the filming,
I
yes.
asked them, where's Charlize Theron?
Have a nice event, sir.
Cheers, eh?
Cheers.
Okay, folks, so that was a bit of a diversion. As you see, we came across the film unit and they weren't allowed to tell us what was going on or what they were filming. So we'll turn right up here and head on our journey along to Misty Cliffs and then Scarborough. just as a matter of interest for those who often say that it seems that we're speeding, I can tell you that the speed at the moment is exactly 40 kilometers per hour. Here we enter the little village of Scarborough. On the left is a place called Camel Rock. It's like a restaurant, but it also has musical events every now and again. Often with local musicians like Bill Knight. So this is pretty well the end of Scarborough. And if we can Cape Point. Yes, I said I was going to go to Cape Point. It's just that it's a longer way round. Okay, I'll go to Cape Point. Aha, we can go to 80 kilometers an hour now. Some homesteads on the left here, or little farms, but on the right I think it's mostly the Cape Nature Reserve. about that. I've just made a slight adjustment to the video to capture more scenery. Let's see if that's better or not. Up ahead is the entrance to Cape Point. That is the Cape Point Lighthouse and Restaurant, viewpoint, walking trails, cycle, and you can cycle there too if you have an activity permit. Really worth going to. I go there quite a bit myself. Best if you get what they call a wild card, that you pay 700 plus rand a year, and you can go in as many times as you like, and it saves you, as a South African resident, 80 rand a shot. As a foreigner, sadly it'll cost you in the hundreds. Distance you can see the other side of False Bay, and that's called Hung Clip, that rock, that thing. I'm just going to pull in here, whoops, a little bit, because I need to adjust this camera a bit, and I want more of a view. I think that's better. False Bay, truly beautiful part of the world, I can't tell you. think I need to stop the car and get out and give everybody a view. I guess I can do it actually with the car, it's just as good, eh? You're not going to find many better days than this in the Cape. That's what's lovely about the winters. The winters really have the best weather, apart from when it rains and it's windy, which is not that much. You get a day or two here or there, maybe a few days in a row. But when it's not raining, the winter's just superb in the Cape. Mild temperatures. Midday now, well it's actually 3 o'clock, and the temperature is 13 degrees Celsius. I think it hit a high of 14 a bit earlier, maybe an hour or two ago. Tonight it might go down to 11. So that's sort of the winter temperature range, plus or minus. Each part of the Cape, of course, has different temperatures. You go up to a place like Okrabi's, which is Northern Cape. It used to be part of the old Big Cape, and in summer it can be hectically hot, where temperatures go up to 50, and I was told recently 54 degrees on their worst day, which is just like an oven. I was up there about a month ago and it was 40 something degrees, and that was bad enough. But they grow tremendous grapes. They've done a tremendous job up there. The Boer farmers these Boers really know how to grow stuff. And I'm speaking as an English speaking South African who's got a varied history with some Dutch descendants who came out from Holland way back, and Scottish and German and a little bit of English, but mostly Scottish and German, with English being our speaking language. Sadly we lost the German language, just nobody spoke it in the province of Natal, and so the language just faded. But that was from my mother's side. From my father's side, it was definitely Scottish that came out with the railways, and wherever they built railways in South Africa, the Scottish people were sent out. I guess they were regarded as hardworking and reliable. This is the Miller's Point area on my right, from which they launch, you can launch your boat there, your fishing boat, and go and catch some fish. Simonstown or the outskirts of it. Simonstown is regarded as a better area than Fish Hoek. So I'm sure if I tell people that I live in Fish Hoek, they probably, and they're from Simonstown, they probably look down their noses at me, or us Fish Hoek people. But then they've got to jump in their car everywhere they want to go and shop, and I don't know, Fish Hoek has the wonderful walking lifestyle. Everything is in walking distance, your banks, your shops, post office, beach, pretty well everything. Is the Simonstown golf course. Maybe some of you have played there. What I've heard, it's a tricky place to play, and of course you get the wind factor as well, being quite close to the sea. This is pretty well the naval base on our right, different sections. Right here near the police van is the magistrate's court, so if you get arrested, that's where you're going to go. And this is the main centre of Simonstown. On your right here is a square, and there's a statue of just nuisance. Let's see if I'll do a little detour. Can't show you, I don't think. Might be able to. Let's see. There's the dog right there. You can see just nuisance behind the tree. A lot of the buildings here are very old, well, in South African terms anyway, 1700s, early 1800s. And on the wall on the right here, next to the Navy, there's actually a plaque to Lord Nelson, who visited here as a midshipman before he became the good old Lord Nelson. One of these little plaques on the wall on the right. I'm going to turn right here and show you a beach. It's called Long Beach. It's another Long Beach, but it's a Simonstown Long Beach, but its view is really beautiful. So it's worth taking a little detour here. A lot of divers learn their skill out here. There's a diving school, and of course with the southeaster blows all this wind, and very often up to the train tracks, and then puts the train out of service. But I see they're recently building a wall now, which is an intelligent thing to do. And here we get a good view of our Navy, or what's left of it. I don't know if you can see, but in front of these little kids here, there are 4 divers learning, presumably learning how to dive. I don't know what class of ships these are. Maybe some of you can let me know. There's usually Tafelberg, this sort of supply ship, but I don't see it around at the moment. And don't ask me which ones work or not. The False Bay Yacht Club is directly here in front of us, and it's a very nice club. If I get a yacht one day, this is where it'll be parked. Well, I hope that gives you a decent view. And we will continue on our journey. And we're on the way to Harbour Bay Mall, close to it. We will bypass it, not going to go in today. It's actually a very nice mall. It's quite new, it's about 2 years old. Has restaurants with absolutely spectacular views. So if you're ever in the area and you know, need a place to have lunch or dinner, that's not a bad place to go, especially on a nice evening in summer. Harbour Bay Mall on our left. On the left, Dixie's restaurant. Seems to be a place many people remember or used to frequent. line that we've gone through. Turn right and we're going into the main road of Fish Hoek now. On the left is Wakeford's, your sort of main furniture, stove, fridge, dishwasher place. Clicks on our left, Warren's Pharmacy on the right, Pick and Pay in the middle of this mall on the left. There's a Spur here somewhere, and this is what's called Town Square, where they've got these ridiculous leather sellers from Somalia, and he takes up the whole space. Shouldn't be there, he's not allowed to be there. They're supposed to have little tables for trinkets and bananas and tomatoes, and this guy comes from Somalia and he just dumps all his leatherwork on the whole area. Pedestrians can't walk by. It just brings the whole area down, and it's an eyesore. And he's been told to move his stuff. He's not allowed to be there, but he's got a really bad attitude, and I can't wait to see him gone. ShopRite on our left, of course. Well, this has been a long journey. I don't know how many of you would have stayed to the bitter end, but if you have, well done to you. I hope it's brought back some good memories of Fish Hoek and this area. Perhaps you grew up here, perhaps you traveled here, perhaps you holidayed here. Anyway, so this is pretty well the end of our journey coming up. So thank you all for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the journey, especially for ex-South Africans and people watching the Loving Life channel. Thank you. God bless.